Hi everyone. As you know, we just entered to the days of narrowness. It's a period that considered to be a bit more difficult. It's a period that we actually see less. We are more concealed into the illusion. Therefore, our decision making are not coming from the most spiritual point of view. Therefore, it's in this period we must be a bit more careful in how we make our decision, and it's not recommended to make crucial decisions like signing on contracts, like getting married, and things that are going to determine long-term decisions. Therefore, as we know, in this period, the light is much more intense. And because the light is much more intense, and if we're not wearing sunglasses, of course, we're not going to see straight because the ray of the light are so strong. So our protection shield this 3 weeks period is asking the light always for guidance, using more of the tools. Now, no wonder why this week portion coming from the Old Testament is the portion that describes Pinchas. Pinchas was the grandson of Aaron, and he achieved the most elevated elevation a person can achieve. And it happened only because one action that he did. He was behind the scene. He wasn't like Aaron and his son. He wasn't a high priest yet, but he saw something that about to happen that going to put a virus towards all the Israelites and eventually kill all of them. And he was able to identify an act that happened by one of the head of the tribe together with a woman that considered to be a witch. And he knew that this act will lead to the termination of all the Israelites. And the moment he said that to Moses, Moses said, you were able to have the clarity in seeing that, go ahead and do something. And he went not sparing himself, not thinking what will happen in the future. And all what he wanted to do is to save his nation. And he actually took those two people and he put them into a spear and killed them. And by his action, the plague stopped. But this action, this what we call Pinchas moment, it's a moment that we all have in our life to different degrees. It's a moment when we are willing to do something for the cause without thinking about ourselves, without having no agendas whatsoever. And that moment usually help us to achieve a greater elevation in our spiritual world, in our success. But the question is, how many of those moments, how many of those opportunities we miss out because we weren't living in the moment, because we were thinking about ourselves, because we were afraid, because we were thinking, what if? This period of time, which is the most concealed, those are the times that we will have different opportunities that might allow us to buy our next elevation, the reason why we came to this world. The biblical text, the Zohar, explain us that we can buy our word in 1 hour, in 1 day, by one action. And those actions are available for us constantly all the time. The question is, do we have the merit? Do we have the clarity to identify them? The Zohar explained to us that all our actions of giving, all the restrictions that we're making over the year. They're just a practice for that big moment when we have one shot to go all the way, and by that, we are buying our gateway to what we call to heaven. So I want you to think about it and make sure that you won't miss out on the next opportunity. All the best to you. Have an amazing week.